Hey guys, it's Shelby, otherwise known as Shelbizleee here on YouTube, and I'm coming back at you guys today with the best tips I have for dumpster diving. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to address some of the questions I get a lot. I feel like I've already addressed most of these things in another video, but I'm just going to go ahead and put them all into this one and give them to you guys, because this week I didn't get to dumpster dive because I've been sick. If you didn't hear me talk about that, make sure you go follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram to keep up with me next time I get sick and I'm not uploading, so you're not like, where the fuck are you at, Shelby? So I'm going to go through a lot of questions that you guys have been asking, and my biggest tip is going to be last, so let's just go ahead and start with the list I have here. People ask me why I don't dumpster dive at Sephora, Sally's, or Cosmoprof, and I want to clear that up so you guys know. I don't dumpster dive at Sephora because I talked about it yesterday. Go watch this video. But essentially, Sephora doesn't throw out makeup the way Ulta does. I do dumpster dive at Sally's, but I have found that my Sally's only really throw stuff away once a month, and they're not consistent about when it is, so I don't really ever hit hauls there. I don't dumpster dive at Cosmoprof because I don't have one where I live. I don't even think they're in Texas. I get a lot of questions about why Ulta destroys their stuff, and I have a video talking about that as well, but I'm gonna do a part 2 because I think that my theory was maybe having a shallow understanding of it, and I got a lot of comments from Ulta employees in the comment section who gave me a different point of view on it, perspective if you will. So I might make another video about that if you guys are interested about the legality of it or the politics behind it all, so stay tuned for that. A lot of people ask me how to sanitize makeup, and I don't want to make an entire video about how to sanitize the makeup. I already have one right here. It's at the end of that video if you want to go check it out. But basically, alcohol can sanitize any powder products that you have, eyeshadows, like pressed powder foundations, blushes, highlights, all those sort of things. I don't know of a foolproof way to sanitize liquid lipsticks or lip glosses, so I don't keep those if they've been opened. Lipsticks, I would just cut off the top, sanitize it. Eyeliner, same thing, sanitize it with alcohol. I think those things are foolproof, but as far as if something is an open cream or something like that, I don't mess with it. A lot of you guys have been asking me to tell my dumpster diving stories, which I assume you're asking because you're new here, but I have 2 videos talking about my stories for dumpster diving, and I'll link one right here. Go check it out. A lot of people ask me if dumpster diving is gross, or a lot of people tell me it's gross. They have never even tried to experience it. But honestly, some dumpster diving can get gross, mostly when there's food involved, when it's like a restaurant or a grocery store and stuff like that. But as far as Ulta goes, it's really never gross. It pretty much smells like perfume in their dumpster every time you get in. I've never seen roaches or bugs or rats. I've never seen that. Get that question a lot. No, I've never seen those things. And no, I've never found a dead body. A lot of people comment on my live dives and they're like, someday she's gonna run up on a dead body. I don't know how often you guys think people get murdered and thrown in dumpsters, but I don't think it's very often. A comment I get from you guys a lot is that my store destroys everything. If you were to go to one of my Ultas, or pretty much any of my Ultas, on certain days of the week, you would think the same thing. You would get in there and you would go, wow, none of this is salvageable. But one, a lot of things can still be salvageable even if a lot of things don't seem like they are. So I would never just say if you see a box of soup and it has a lot of stuff that's destroyed, don't just dismiss it, because there are going to be things in there that you can salvage. If nothing else, things like lip liners, eyeliners, you can just take off the top, sharpen it, and then it's brand new. They don't do anything to those, so you can always keep those for sure. And another thing is some days maybe they did destroy everything that's in the dumpster, but some days they will not. And the question that people ask me all the time, is it legal? This may be hard to understand if you've never taken a law class before, or you're not involved in I don't know, policy regulations or anything like that, but according to US federal law, dumpster diving is legal. So what that means is the basis for dumpster diving is that it is legal. However, your state or your local government can enforce guidelines, policies, municipal codes, and all those sort of things that make it illegal. And I get emails from you guys a lot asking me if I can help you figure out if it's legal where you live. I'm no legal expert. I'm no dumpster diving expert. In fact, I just called my city and I asked them. The thing is that since it's legal in the United States, there has to be an ordinance in your city stating that it is illegal. Otherwise, it's legal. So if you call your courthouse and they say, I don't see any ordinances about this, that means it's legal because the federal government gave you that right. Aside from that, if a dumpster has a no trespassing sign on it, that means it is illegal. You will be trespassing if you choose to do that. So avoid any dumpsters that are inside a gate, that are up against a building, that are locked. Do not ever go inside of a locked dumpster. That is really, really rude, bad, illegal. Don't do that. Another question you guys ask a lot is where can you sell your finds, or where do I sell my finds? Personally, I have my own website at this point because I'm selling some other things on there like merch and stuff like that. But if you guys are dumpster diving and you want to sell some of the stuff you find, there is one Facebook page I would recommend because they are YouTuber friendly, and I'll leave them linked down below. It's ran by a couple of girls who I really like a lot, and they would be glad to have all of you. So go check them out. And that brings me to my number one tip, which is consistency. That is my biggest secret. People ask me, what is the secret? How do you find all of these salvageable, like, good things? And the key is to go often. If you're really serious about this and you really want to get free product, you have to go often. If you're not serious about it and you're not dedicated to doing it, then there's that. If you're only going to go once a week, if you're only going to go on Saturdays, you might never find anything, and that's just the truth. A lot of people ask me when is the best time or day to go dumpster diving, and as I have said before, there is no such thing. I personally prefer to go at night once the store is closed, just to avoid running into any employees, but that doesn't mean that I'm more likely to find something if I go on a Monday night. It's not going to be any more likely to find something on a Monday night than I am on a Thursday morning. It really comes down to checking the store you're dumpster diving at, going there consistently, learning when they throw stuff out and when their dump truck comes. I can't tell you guys when the best time or day to go is because it's going to be different for every Ulta, every Bed Bath & Beyond, every Bath & Body Works, every TJ Maxx, every grocery store, everything. There's no such thing as the best time to go. And if you're asking me that so that you could only go on that day, so if I told you Tuesday morning, you would only go on Tuesday mornings, you're never gonna find like a lot of product like you're hoping to. And that's it for today, you guys. So I hope this video was super helpful. Hopefully I'll get back to dumpster diving this week. As you can hear a little bit, I'm still a little bit sick, and Madison is just now getting really sick, so I don't know if we will be back to it. I might have to do some other type of video next Sunday, but make sure you're following me on all my social media so you can keep up with what's going on. I do Q&As every Monday live on YouNow between 7 and 8 CST, so go follow me on YouNow. I'll leave that link in the description as well. I'll see you guys later on this week, and remember, until next time, create the peace.